and all I am is a man. I want the world in my hands. I hate the beach, but I stand in California with my toes in the sand. Use the sleeves of my sweater, let's have an adventure. Head in the clouds above my gravity centered. Touch my neck and I'll touch yours. You and those little high-waisted shorts. Oh, she knows what I think about and what I think about.
Motivation is the reason why people take action. The first way I motivate myself in university is by the rule of 5. Now what's the rule of 5? The rule of 5 is when you say you're going to do work for just 5 minutes and then get on and finish the entire task. Now when you say you're working just for 5 minutes, your brain doesn't think you're going to be working for hours and hours. Instead, it requires a little bit of push to work 5 minutes, and then once you're in the groove, as I said in my last video, once you're in the groove of working, you can continue working on and be productive and be motivated for the rest of the day. The second way I motivate myself is something that I referred to in my last video. My last video spoke about procrastination, and I told you should always start on your harder tasks first, right? Simple as it is. Always in your harder tasks, you'll have a few bits of the pieces that you need to set up your task. For example, might just be finding the topic you want to talk about. Start off with that task instead of with the idea of, oh wow, I read an essay, and you write a 2,000 word essay on it. That idea of having a smaller goal in mind at first allows your brain to actually think that you're only working towards that small goal and not towards a bigger essay. The third way I motivate myself is by the idea that you only live once. Everyone is only given one chance at life. That can be very scary, but it can also be motivational. Once you realize that you only have one shot at life, would you want to be spending your time playing video games and watching Netflix, or do actually something productive and influential to the world? I'm not saying to not play video games and not watch Netflix. I watch Netflix, I play video games, but sometimes you need to ask yourself, what on earth do I need to prioritize? And when you realize that you never get your time back and you only live that moment once, you'll actually be motivated to do more in the day instead of just wasting time. And this idea takes a lot of time to process. It took me about a year or so just to understand the idea that I only live once and I need to prioritize my time. Just to recap, the ways I motivate myself are by the rule of 5, where I say I'm going to work for 5 minutes instead of saying I'm working for an hour. Starting off with smaller goals instead of aiming for the big, and finally with the idea that you only live once. Now all these things motivate me, it might not motivate you, so you just gotta find what motivates you and kick on with it. That's all I've got for today, and I really want to know what motivates you guys, so make sure you leave a comment down below or DM me on Instagram so I can find out what motivates you guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to stay up to date with my videos.